Now in today's video, I want to go ahead and speak more about Nagi and what he has in his future at Blue Lock. As the season goes on, we keep seeing more of Asagi, Rin, and Kaiser, and honestly, I could be forgetting about all the other characters, but today we gotta go ahead and talk about Nagi and see what his future could be within Blue Lock. Now if you guys didn't know already, which you should already know, Blue Lock now has a secondary manga or spin-off with episode Nagi, and Nagi's the main character there. I really do love that series because you get to see a different point of view from Nagi's point of view, and we see how he does and what he was doing when he was there in this first and second selection, going all the way until the current story. From there, we get to see a lot of Nagi's inner thoughts, how he thinks and what he wants to do, and we can clearly tell that his motivations up until now was always to defeat Asagi, and now it's pretty lackluster. Once he was able to defeat Asagi that one time with his goal, he really has no more other plans, and his motivation and hustle is completely gone. Now he did ask for new heat and for Reo to help give him some, and Reo said he has a plan. However, I don't know what that plan might be and what Nagi would do, but I'll give some guesses on what I think Nagi could do potentially to help save himself and his team. So first, honestly, I think that Reo should leave Nagi. You know, when Nagi first wanted to level up and do what he needed to do, he left Reo. Now it's time for Reo to leave Nagi. I think Reo leaving Nagi will now give Nagi that wake up call like, yo, I gotta do this on my own, I gotta figure it out. He doesn't need someone like Reo on his side no more, and we've seen how good Reo can be and what his abilities are, and he's been able to do something great that no one else could do before. Now obviously granted that was a part of Nagi's help, but still Reo is now on his own, and I think he'll be great no matter what. As for Nagi though, seeing that, he'll hit rock bottom once again, and then he'll be able to further introduce a new style for himself. Nagi in my opinion is still the most talented player in Blue Lock, and he has the best creativity we've ever seen. However though, he always needed someone else to give him that type of juice or spark to be able to even be that creative. From there, he really hasn't done much on his own. We're now one goal away from the NEL being over, and I'm trying to see where Nagi could fit in now in the picture for the World Cup. We've seen Nagi now fall behind the strikers of Shido, Asagi, Rin, Kunigami, Baro, Bachara. Everyone you could think of is getting ahead of him. So now, where's he going to fit at? Where's his place going to be at for this team? I know Nagi can come through and he'll be better than ever once again, but still for now, we haven't seen much and we need to see a little bit more. I'm not sure where Nagi wants to go or where his path could be. I think for his sake, he needs to go ahead and get something going, and the best way to do that is right now against Bachara, as they're clearly the worst team right now, and we need to see exactly what he can do against that team, and hopefully he can go ahead and rejuvenate himself right now. Otherwise, it's looking pretty bad for him right now, and we don't know exactly where his path could go, but I'm sure that Nagi's going to bounce back and do right well, considering that he has his own manga as well. So I have no doubt that he'll still be great, and he'll still do great things. Another theory that I have is that Nagi ends up teaming up with someone else on his team. Now for Manshine, we really only see Nagi, Reo, and KiiNGKhyy. Now what if someone else from that team was able to come out? Someone who we haven't seen before. Someone like who they call the Messi of Japan. Who knows, maybe someone else comes out from Blue Lock and they help rejuvenate and bring back Nagi's inner flow. But that's still just a reach, but I still think that's something that could happen, considering it's the last game. So what else do you have to lose? You haven't won a game yet, so you might as well pull out any of the cards and just bring anyone out and see what they can do. But we'll see from there. I don't know what Chris Prince wants to do, but he needs to figure something else out as well to be able to get this going for them. Now, another thing I want to bring up is Nagi might be able to bring back his competitive spirit when he goes off against someone like Bachara. We know that Nagi was first in the second selection with Asagi and Bachara, so he kind of holds a closer attachment to those two compared to PXG, who has Rin, and Ubers, who has Baro. Now, also Baro has a pretty big, fierce competitive spirit with Nagi, and we've seen them go back and forth in the manga as well. So this is also still just a reach, but still, with Bachara, he could also be able to bring that back. Now he needs to find a reason beyond what got him into soccer. We understand that Reo got him there and told him to just help him win the World Cup, but Nagi doesn't feel that anymore. Once he was able to finally get into Blue Lock, he was able to find a different feeling that he never felt before, without Reo next to him. He needs to find a reason for his own. You see, Nagi's always relied on his raw talent and instincts, and to grow, he needs to set clear goals, like becoming the best striker, or surpassing Asagi again. That goal beforehand to defeat Asagi happened, and from there he was able to reach that goal and worked hard to get there. Now he needs something else, but he clearly says he doesn't even see himself being the best striker in the world, so without a goal like that, you can't survive in Blue Lock. Nagi needs to stop depending on others to create plays for him, and needs to start crafting his own unique playstyle. We've seen many times that Manshine has catered around Nagi's playstyle, but now Nagi starts to hesitate sometimes in the game, which is something we'd never seen before. It's like his own identity is lost. He needs to find his own original ego. We've seen many characters now go through an original ego, destroying themselves and crafting themselves back to zero when they first wanted to become the best striker in the world. For Nagi though, I feel like he doesn't really have that. Unless we see some backstory beforehand that we never knew about, Nagi really was just a talented, lazy genius. He didn't really care for anything in life. So for him, we don't even know what his original ego is. We don't know how his life was, because it seems like he really didn't do anything. He really had no drives or motivations or goals. All he wanted to do was just sit around and do nothing. So for him, it's a lot different than any other character in the story. I think also for Nagi, he needs to find a new rival that he could chase after. For a while it was Asagi, but now it should be someone new. Who knows who it could be? We know Asagi wants to go ahead and try to be the best by destroying Noah. Maybe Nagi also finds someone like that in Chris Prince, or he goes after someone else. But he needs to find a new goal, something better than he had before. His goal of defeating Asagi was alright, but now he needs something even better. Nagi relies too much on external motivation, people like Reo and Nagi, to help push him. Now he needs to focus on his own self. He needs to be more disciplined and find his motivation for himself. And I'm sure he can do that, but for now, we don't know exactly what he wants to do or what his plans could be. And that's why I think it's so important for him to be able to keep going on and do well in this last match, otherwise he's kind of doomed. We've already seen the top 6 strikers right now, and Nagi's slowly falling out, and I know he's way better than a lot of them. So he needs to continue going forward and find his new drive and his new edge to be able to win and participate in the World Cup, especially if he wants to be able to score goals. So, what do you guys think will happen with Nagi as things goes forward? I'm not really sure, honestly. We've seen a lot of Asagi and we've seen what he's doing right now, and honestly, I can't think of any other striker who could do what he does except Rin. You know, as Japan moves on, who's going to be scoring all the goals? How is the World Cup style even going to be set? Are we going to see some of the games? Are they going to broadcast it? Currently right now, PhD is the longest arc that we've had so far out of any match. It's even more than the under 20 match, which is kind of crazy to think about, considering this game was supposed to be not that long. We're not sure what's going to happen exactly after this arc. We're not even sure exactly who the top 23 players are going to be, but we do have a good idea. I'm still not sure what Nagi's place is in this role. I know it's not bound to be over. I know he still has some fight left in him. Just what is that new heat? What kind of idea is Reo trying to give him? Can Nagi figure it out? Will he figure it out now, or will it be something later on? Even I'm not sure. I wonder just exactly what's going on with him. What's in his head? He had a super goal that the world's seen, and we all know he'll never be able to recreate that exact goal. So now where does he go from here? What kind of idea and creativity does he use for this playstyle? Can he still do the same playstyle? We've seen characters now break themselves apart and become something new. Can he do the same? Does he have the mindset to do the same? Even I'm not sure for him no more, but I still do believe in Nagi, and I think he has a great chance of coming back and being a great player that we know him to be. We've seen him be able to do all different types of things before in the manga, and I have great hopes for him. It's cool to see exactly these type of players and situations that they're in, to just know that there's not everyone that's doing well. Now honestly with Asagi and Rin, we've seen a lot of plot armor with them recently, and for Nagi to be able to crash this hard, it was expected, but it's also like, alright, it's taking forever now, it's time for him to get back going. So I think in due time, he'll also be there as well, being able to be part of that plot armor system and be able to go going forward. Nah, but all jokes aside though, I really do hope for Nagi to come back stronger and even better than he was now and before, and from now on, he needs to get going. I can't wait for the PhD match to be over so we can also see the results of the Barcha vs Manshine match and see exactly what Nagi did. Let me know what you guys think about Nagi in the comments and how he'll be able to fully bounce back from the situation that he's in. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.